Hey guys, it's Lucia and today I'm gonna do a bit of a different video. I asked you guys on Twitter if you would be interested in seeing some of my theater reviews and like plays that I go and see and all that stuff, and most of you said yes, so I decided to give it a go and start with this one. I decided to see Matilda for my birthday, and that was 2 weeks ago, but I've been wanting to see that musical for so long. I have been a fan of Matilda since I was little. I was not really too keen on the movie, but this musical is just amazing. I really liked it, and I want to tell you why. Like I said, I've always been a fan of the story, and overall I'm a huge fan of Roald Dahl books, so when they adapt them to musicals, I've only seen 2 so far, which is this one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't think there's any others out there, but I've been loving both of them. Now again, if you're not keen on the movie, maybe you will still like the musical like I did. It is in London. I don't know if it's in Broadway or somewhere else, so please look and see maybe if it's somewhere else, but I'm not quite sure. But in London it is at the Cambridge Theatre, so it's quite central. The theatre itself, it's quite small, I would say, and I had upper circle tickets, so that means it's the stalls, grand circle and upper circle. So I was quite up high because I bought the tickets like right before, like the day before, and there weren't that many left. So I chose one of those, which were about 40 something pounds, so not too bad for a musical. The view from there was great, and I do believe if you go see this musical in London, you can pick whatever seat you want. I think you're gonna have a great view from any of them. And I also wanted to show that I bought the program, because I always buy the program, so just have like a little collection of them. And yeah, obviously Matilda is a musical for kids, mostly, with loads of kids in it, which I always think it's brilliant. I'm always so amazed when kids do amazing stuff. And the thing with this one is Matilda has so much dialogue and so much things that she says. She pretty much carries the musical. Obviously she's the protagonist. I was so impressed by her. I just have to, like, you know, she was amazing. If you don't know the story of Matilda, she is this little girl that is born in a family that is not too cultured, I want to say. She really has an interest for books. She teaches herself how to read and all that stuff, and she has that sort of struggle of not knowing where she belongs. I did cry a few times during the musical. It was a silent cry because I didn't want people to see me, so it was quite, you know, a silent cry. They do include some stuff in the play that isn't in the book, but to be fair, I loved that part. If you go see it, you know what I'm talking about. That part, it actually made the musical much better for me, and just the whole story just tied it all together, which is usually hard to do when they adapt books to musicals or books to movies and they create stuff that wasn't there before. It's usually not that good, but in this case it was great. So definitely don't be scared of that if you really love the book and you're not sure if you want to see this or not. Now the songs. The songs have been stuck in my head for a while now, ever since I saw it and a bit before. I did know a few of the songs before I went there. I did know Revolting Children, I did know Quiet, and When I Grow Up. I knew those ones. So I knew that I was gonna like some of the songs, but I was impressed by them, by the other ones that I didn't really know. And now I'm just listening to the soundtrack every single day when I'm on my commute, and even at work if I have time to like listen to stuff, I listen to this soundtrack. So yeah, I'm a bit obsessed with it. My favorite song, I think, is Quiet. I just really love that. And I did post this on Twitter. There's this song Quiet that Matilda sings, and then this song Loud that her mother sings. And I just think it's genius how those two songs, the meaning of those two songs is opposite. And just the characters, the rhythm of the songs, the lyrics is just so opposite, and they both make so much sense that I just really love that. Also, it is a children's musical, but there are things in it for adults that kids might not really get. So it's always that type of thing. I mean, they know the parents are going to and they don't want to bore them to death. So look forward to that stuff. Now, I also really wanted to mention the set design because I thought it was great. When you first go and see it, it's just built out of all these cubes with letters, you know, the cubes that kids play with. And they spell Matilda and they spell other things on the walls. If you want to start looking at that and see what other words it spells, I know I was doing that. But that set sort of transforms. I don't think this is a spoiler though if it's about the set design. But if you don't want to listen to this part, then you can skip ahead. But what I really was impressed by was that the floor, it's sort of made out of squares. It sort of recreate a playground or just some board games and stuff like that, like Scrabble and all that. It has like the letters and all that. It reminds you of that. But then those squares sort of turn into the desks at school. They rise up from the floor and they sort of create those desks. I don't know, I really liked it, so I wanted to mention it, because if you are into set designs and stuff like that, then you might really like this one. Now the last thing I wanted to mention is about one of the characters in particular, and that is about Mrs. Trunchbull. Mrs. Trunchbull, if you have never heard about this, is kind of the antagonist of the story, and she is the principal at the school and the PE teacher. In this play, that character is played by a man, and I actually think that is genius. I think that guy does such a great job on that role and just makes it really funny. And I didn't think I was gonna like that character that much, just because in the movie, I hate the movie because of that character and because of the actor that plays that character, if that makes sense. It's one of the things that I really hate about the movie. And in this case, this guy just owns the character and just made it so great and just so funny. And I understand I'm saying great a lot in this video, but it was amazing and just really funny. You know it's good, and he did a great job. And at the end, when they're all saying like thank you and stuff, all the kids like boo him just because of the character, which is also quite sad, because you know this is a man doing his job and you have to applaud, but you know, kids. So that's gonna be everything for my review today. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and definitely let me know if you guys like this stuff or not, because if you don't like it, then I'm not gonna do any more, but if you like them, then I will. So again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!